All right, before we officially get started, let's get some tunes going on here. All right, so today we are here to assemble this lovely beast. I'd call him Mr. Ed, but he's not quite the real thing. Oh well. Also, excuse the hair. I can't control how this stuff comes out of the bed. I can try brushing it before I go to bed, but it doesn't do what I tell it. So, wings! You almost think it was about to take flight. I swear I had a pair of scissors around here somewhere. There they are, buried, as usual. So, for the simple sake of argument, this doesn't look like a lot. To most, this wouldn't look like much. This is 98 pieces. 10 of which are the base. $10 pieces just for the base of this thing. Oh my lordy. It's time to get separating. And yes, this stage may take a little bit longer given how many pieces there are to deal with, but we'll see what happens as we get there. So, whoosh. Almost decent there, camera. You almost did the job properly. But then you had to go and goof it. Over there, thank you. You know what? I'm just going to go down to the bottom here and put the base together so we can get this bugger out of the way. If there's anyone sitting around in the comments, let me know you're here. Let me know if the music's too loud or too low. I can adjust if we need it. Otherwise, get ready for off we go. Hello, sir. That's a nice head you have there. That's a big mane for an equally big horse. There's the other base piece I was looking for. Let's scratch these out of the way. Just over here for now, friendos. Alright, let's see if I can't figure this out without having to look at the instructions. This part, thankfully, should be no big deal. I say before I realize what I'm getting myself into. Oh, you're like that, are you? Okay. Boy, you son of a... Okay. I was still missing a piece. Look at that. I almost goofed myself. Funny joke there, mate. Mm. There's our base. Good. This can now step out of the way because we don't need this here. Just got to remember it's there later. Okay. Number 1. Well, this is going to be a bit of a problem. I think I preferred the Disney ones where they were marked but not in order of assembly, because this is going to make it a bit of a nightmare. Also, look at the size of that locking pin. That is a long pin. Good thing that's not a string of digits, eh? See what I'm going for there? Pin number. Ha ha ha. I'm not funny. I think we can all agree that I am not funny. But I try for the sake of it. This is going to be a flip-flapping nightmare. Yes, it really is. Is there a piece that's small in here somewhere, or did something break? Something might have broken, and I'm not quite sure what. But I got no idea. All right. I'm just going to put that off to one side. Actually, I might want to check the legs to make sure that they have their connectors still. Looks like for the most part they do. So then where did this break come from? Got me, friend. It ain't from the legs, the tail of the head. So really, where this little pinprick came from, I have no idea. We'll run into something at some point, I guess. Until then, on with the show if I can figure out what the next part is. There we go. Finally found something. Now to just find the rest of it. We should be able to make some progress. Hmm. That was a good attempt, but I was incorrect. No, it's going to go in the same direction, but that piece doesn't seem to exist. There we go, found something. I found the next part after the one I was supposed to find. Of course I did. Genius. Gonna set that aside over here, and then keep looking for the one that I actually need. Could this be the one? Huzzah! There we go. Making some progress. And just so we're aware here, I'm technically doing this like a few of the others, like the dragons that I put together before. I'm putting this together essentially ass backwards. Literally. Ass forwards. You might as well call this a donkey. Where's Shrek when you need him? I do that voice, but I've got a bit of a thing with my throat at the moment, so let's not blow up my vocal cords just yet, thanks. I'd be telling that to myself, not to anyone else. Just, yeah. Nope, you don't go over here. So where dost thou go? Oh, just like that, eh, friendo? Okay. Guess that would make sense. There's a tiny little divot there for you. So now looking for a larger roundish piece with a hole in it. Can't imagine there'd be that many of those around here. I apologize for that. Holy crap, it's like I needed a nap before I came over and did this. Except I've only been up for about 2 hours. Almost 3. What is wrong with me? And apparently having Again, throat issues. What the hell's wrong with my insides? Number 8 piece. What are you? Where are you? I'm going to make it known to anyone who watches this at a later date. There's a difference in this company between puzzles that are Disney brand and puzzles that aren't, like the horse that I'm working on right now. If you're a Disney brand puzzle, all the pieces like the ones on my desk here are all numbered, but not in according to how you're supposed to assemble them. So piece 1, like the part labeled number 1, could be halfway through the build. Because in Disneyland, nothing makes sense. Meanwhile, these ones, it's a hack job. In fact, right now, if I felt like it, I could turn the instructions off and try and eyeball at least this part. I don't think I'm going to do that, because that would be just a hair bit stupid. On my part. Not on anyone else's. Just on my part. That'd be stupid. Oh my goodness. It's like I need to go for a nap already, but I ain't going to do that. I want to finish this before I do anything else. Even if doing something else is taking a nap. Ugh. It's like I chose a bad time for this. As in when my body's trying to shut itself off. That is a no. But it might be a yes somewhere else. And now I'm thinking it isn't. Because now I'm thinking I'm being pranked. Ashton Kutcher, get your butt out here. I'm not interested in getting punked today, thanks. What? Excuse you, sir. You're supposed to be secured. Don't go flopping out on me because you feel like it. Thank you. Now, how did you go back in? Just like that. Of course. Also of note, it's impossible to actually put together a directional video on this because, especially with these ones, the pieces are see-through. You can almost barely see the shape of it, especially with my crap camera, but this is basically what you're working with. Some of them have color, yes. Some of them don't. Most of them are just like this. So you're basically stuck going on whatever you can. And at this point, I'm going on guesswork. Suck it up, Gumshoe. And yes, once again, before YouTube has the chance to tell you later, we are playing the Cuphead soundtrack on random. So if anyone has a problem with Cuphead, or at least the game itself, you know what we're listening to. If you have a problem with my voice or the things I'm saying, well, that's on you. I can't really do much to help you there. Not my job, not my cup of tea. My job is just sitting here putting this thing together for your entertainment. Interesting choice of words, that, entertainment. Not much entertainment value in this. All you're literally doing is sitting here watching a guy play with plastic pieces. Can't be that entertaining. Then again, I guess he could just be sitting back and rocking out to the music, which I can understand. The game may be a peen, sure. Brain, fire please, on, work. The game may be a pain in the neck on multiple fronts, but I have to give it some credit. The music is freaking cool. I can't take anything away from that. Okay, where the heck is this thing I need? So it's got to be this one then. Not over here, apparently. Maybe it's not that guy. This particular stream may take a while. But if you're down for it, anything works. Oh my god, the bounce on that thing. That is nice. Okay, so at this point I am going to need two of the legs, mainly the not bent ones. What the dizzity hizzity heck? Who am I suddenly? Snoop Dogg? Halfway into this assembly, I'm turning into freaking Snoop Dogg of all people. Okay. And apparently I had one of the legs backwards. Go figure, right? Of course I would. Why wouldn't I have something in backwards? That's just me. Everything's backwards. Everything. That don't look right, which means I'm still missing a piece that is supposed to go in right here, and I don't know where it is because it doesn't want to be found. Yay. Nope. It's honestly been so long since I put together one of these, I actually forgot how frustrating they can be sometimes. Especially these higher difficulty ones. Because the fact that I can't find this one dang piece that I need out of all of this stuff is starting to get on my dang nerves. In fact, if I were to pull from a certain cartoon that I grew up on, it's starting to get on my ding dang dimmadang nerves. Yes, that's for all you Fairly Odd Parents fans out there. Zing. Zing. Ugh. What is my life? What is actually my life at this point? Ah. Jeez. It's like I need something over here to just hold on to this thing while I look for the next part. And that's not good. This is the price I pay for putting together so many Gundam units and not enough of these things. Especially in so short of a time period. You forget how difficult these things can be. It's my own dang fault. My goodness. Ugh. That was kind of gross. Nope. My apologies, folks. Ugh. Now I can somewhat breathe without swallowing mucus. Excuse me. Junkyard Jive. Yeah. What? Are you actually it? I guess it was. So those are two rear legs in. Now to just build everything around it and hopefully lock them into place. Took me long enough to figure out what the piece was, for Pete's sake, but we can finally move forward. After what, 10 minutes-ish of looking around for this dang thing that was pretty much right under my dang nose the whole time? Good. Good to know the old standbys of these puzzles haven't changed. There, one leg sealed. Now to get to the other one. Oh, appreciate you there, friendo. Nope. Oh, my neck. And there's both legs secured. Also, I figured out where a little friend over here came from. He was originally situated about here. So this is going to be one rickety horse. Or not. It only has 2 holes for these pegs to go into, so it's going to be as stable as it's going to be. Whoa. Whoa. This thing almost went flying. Nope. Mm. Mm. It's almost been 50 minutes, and we've barely gotten half of the back end done. Gotta be honest with you, it feels pretty bad, man. Considering we still have another 54 pieces to go for the front end, definitely feels pretty dang bad, man. Whoa! Whoa! Why the hell did I go Hank Hill for no reason? Jesus. I'm losing my mind. Hello, hello. Check, check, 1, 2. That didn't peak the mic. All right, looks like I gotta do this again. We'll be right back, folks. Apparently my audio decided to go jump off a cliff again, so we'll be right back.